Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joanne. I'm just doing a couple of things. How are you going? Where is the year going? We're into July already. There's so much going on. I need to apologize. I've been struggling of late, not only with my mental health, but I have got a really bad headache at the moment, and I think it's related to my glasses, but I just don't have the ability to go get a new pair of glasses or get my eyes tested at the moment. That will happen in the future, but at the moment I've just got to deal with it. But I've got a big headache and I'm really feeling yuck. But nonetheless, here I am. I thought we'd have a bit of a catch up on everything that's happened this last week. It's been crazy. We've had the investigation, the icac investigation come out and states that former Premier of New South Wales Gladys Berejiklian was deemed corrupt or serious. I think it was called serious corruption, but wasn't enough to get charged for corruption or criminal charges. Oh, hi, Jaden. Yeah. Oh, look, these are, the thing is, these are multifocals, and they're about even, I mean, I pay for private health insurance, but they don't cover for them all. The last time I was $400 out of pocket, so I really don't want to go down that path again. I need to wait till I can, I'm in a position to do it, and I still owe some rent money. So anyway, that's life, hey? I'm just that little bit short. I don't think they'll kick me out for that little bit, but I need to just put that fire out. But anyway, that's all good. So we've got the icac investigation, yes. So, and that her then boyfriend Maguire was corrupt. Some of the conversations between the two were very bizarre. Then we've got everybody's favourite YouTuber, Katie Jo, looking like she's going to obtain another lawsuit. And also, interestingly enough, she posted about needing to something. She had a problem with Facebook, and she re-established her business license. So that again was very interesting. So there's been all these things happening, and it's just really bizarre as to what's going on of late. Hello, Tracy. Word is that there is a lawsuit coming, but at the moment there's only been a cease and desist. But she has actually complied with that, from what I can work out, although she has taken down the initial posts and put other ones up. So it's really just weird and bizarre as to what's going on there. So, yeah. And so I thought I'd also find out to see what was going on with everybody here, checking into making sure that everybody's okay. And yeah. And there is another topic I want to talk about, but I've got to work out how to do that without creating a big stir. Thank you, Jaden, very much. Thank you. Everything helps, by the way, Jaden. So thank you very much. Yeah, so we can talk about whatever you want to talk about, and yeah, so let's have a look. Well, there's been a cease and desist out, Tracy. So let's have a look. Llama Girl's got all the goss. So, and also my mouse has just stopped. I'm also cat sitting, and the cat's just sitting on my laptop. So I haven't been on my computer very much. It's just easy to stay away at the moment. Plus, I'm trying to move all of my stuff into another room. Derrico, I think it's the Derricos from Anyway, this is, let's have a look. All the posts have gone at the moment, but yes, there is a cease and desist. I did do a short with it where I just put all the information there. So this is all the posts have gone, but she did receive a cease and desist from the Derricos. So because she said some pretty horrible stuff on there. I mean, if you can back it up with evidence, I mean, that's why a lot of journalists will actually use the truth defense, because they can actually oh yeah, Dion Derrico. Here we go. So this was retweeted by Bill, Crystal Bill, Cactus Bill, sorry, Cactus. So it says, the Derricos, the love from all of you is real. Again, a quick reminder, it's not over, just the beginning. I hope through my fight against those lies, I'll make it easier for the next person or family. And then doubling down, love for the Derricos. So she said that there was, they've said that, I think what was really interesting is that it is, from what I could see, Katie Joy blocked a family member who mentioned on one of her posts that she was lying, and so she blocked them. So as I said, this is from Llama Girl. Llama Girl has all the news. No, 50 is it 90? Who, I don't know who the Derricos are. They're from TLC. Tracy, I believe they are TLC people. Yeah, I really don't know. This is all beyond my brain capacity at the moment. So, that's it there. So it says, I should have got this better. This was just a really impromptu thing that I thought. So this is so after received this notice, any posts regarding Dion Derrico and Derrico family remain on social media platform will be deemed further slander, defamation, and misrepresentation. Now, if you out there, they've also sent it to Meta and to Google. They are meaning business. So there was a cease and desist demand here. So it says, please be advised, our office represents Mr. Dion Derrico and the Derrico family, and hereby demand you cease and desist posting any and all defamatory, slanderous, false statements, and remove negative verbal or written posts on any and all social media entertainment platforms, and refrain from emailing persons connected to the Derricos and the TLC show. It is obvious you create post falsehoods for whatever reasons on your known business sites without a crystal ball. However, your statements are against the laws of California, and you have opened yourself and WOACB to costly litigation. It says, this is page 2. Therefore, you are liable for defamation per se, given the damaging statements regarding the untrue and blatantly false material posted, which you failed to research and obtain evidentiary proof to validate the unfounded statements you publicly made. Mr. Derrico is not a pedophile, nor has he molested children or harmed anyone in the capacity whatsoever, and we challenge you to proffer evidence to support such baseless accusations. Moreover, Mr. Derrico has insurmountable evidence that disputes your reckless, unresearched, and unlawful statements. Ultimately, you have harmed his character as well as his financial status, which is the basis for the pending litigation. You knew the statements regarding molestation were false, given that Mr. Derrico has a show with his children. He has no charges or convictions of the same and is not listed on any sexual offender list. Your actions are not taken lightly, and you have our attention and will have to answer for your actions in a court of law. Additionally, the law will not shield you from making defamatory statements based upon a person's word without further research, as the law identifies you as a republisher of defamation. Evidence of your malicious intent is that you blocked and removed the truth from your WOACB websites and social media pages, which was rendered by Dion's niece Sierra, specifically stating, "I am asking for this to be taken down. These are false information. This is Sierra Chantal Walker." This alone indicates that you were severely defaming Mr. Derrico, as well as fraudulently misrepresenting Sierra, for which you were placed on notice but chose to disavow. So this is saying, yes, and she did post that, take it down, and she blocked it. She blocked the person. We will be requesting a court suspend your social media accounts for unlawful and harmful defamatory content due to your reckless posting of such horrendous content as if it is true. Your actions are reprehensible and must be stopped in order to prevent your perpetration of known misrepresentations against Dion, the Derrico family, and others. After receipt of this notice, any posts regarding Dion Derrico and the Derrico family remaining on social media platform will be deemed further harassment, slander, defamation per se, and false representation. Okay, and as a final tip, we urge you to govern yourself accordingly and share this correspondence with your legal counsel immediately. So that's what's happened. And I'm now fighting a kitty cat. So she has been issued with a cease and desist. Now, there has been other stuff. She has taken down the majority of it. Now, I would love to have been a fly on the wall when she, I mean, that's a very strongly worded. So apparently it's called Doubling Down with the Derricos. Yes, and he's got 14 kids, I believe. So that's a very strongly worded, and the allegations, it clearly states what she has alleged there. I'm just looking for the cat's, what I did with the cat's toy to distract her. I'm sorry, if I don't entertain this cat, it's going to jump up. Clearly indicates there that what the allegations have been said. Yeah, so she's blocked family members. So it's pretty wild what she's done, what she's said. And apparently she has gone to posting about dogs and her son again. Remember, you can't talk about son. But anyway, apparently she can. And don't forget, she heard that the police had been, were at the Duggars house, and she this whole story shows that she's will do anything for content, allegedly. So let's have a look at her Instagram. Hey, short order cook. I'm cat sitting at the moment, and I'm having a battle because the cat wants the. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff taken down, actually. This is interesting. So after the cease and desist and everything, and she's taken everything down, she's gone on to her Pride Month stuff. So let's have a look here. So she got the cease and desist, the mouse. Funny. So that was June 17. Hang on, let's have a look. June, so she's got stuff from June 17, June 7 hours ago. Yeah, so everything there's been a few days worth of stuff. So this was Frida. This apparently is Frida. Apparently her dogs are lazy. Yes, short order cook. It seems that she's taken them off Instagram. Then we've got another one about the dogs, 15 hours ago. 16 hours ago, she was on about Pride. That's 16 hours ago. She posted this. So, and then apparently he got a new iPad today, V. Puppy cutie, yes. I'm not really a dog person, so apparently he got a new iPad and he took these pictures. And Chris Turner, I don't know who he is. However, she says down the bottom here, the truth is the best defense to slander and defamation claims, and family that love Chris want him to not be defamed on national TV. So I don't know who he is. And then she's got another one about this Chris guy. So we're back on the Duggars. It says, WOACB downloaded the video before it was deleted. Then she says, David, the internet is forever. Yes, Katie Joy, the internet is forever. Everybody has the screenshots of what you said about the Derricos as well. All of that's, I'm certain that they have all that they need. There. It's funny how she says there's no statement from the church denouncing the racist rhetoric of Michael Keller about slavery. In typical cult fashion, the church opted to delete the video and pretend it never happened. Hello. She's pretending like nothing's ever happened. And now here's a big spelling mistake. Can you pick the typo? More people have downloaded her stuff than her. Correct, short order. Well, she does have to pay for the BMW. Can you see the big mistake there? She's got there, David Walker called out for aiding Bill Gothard's grooming and abuse. Underneath it says, David Waller, pastor, Fairbank Baptist Church. So, yes, she's made a big typo there. Never corrected it. And she's just shared something from Thriving Forwards. So, that... now we're on to the Bushbys again. The Busbys, sorry. For 3 years, Adam Busby cried and moaned about how terrible TLC edits their family. They didn't want to exploit their kids, so they quit. But then came back because the family got used to the paycheck and realised they don't have clout without a show. Just my opinion of the grifter Busbys. Then she's doing a promo for Duggar King. And because, your besties. And then here we've got when Mary Duggar associates start blowing up your inbox. It says this person claims Mary would frequently lie to her mum. Take this with a grain of salt. Then, and it's interesting, this was about the funeral. I mean, again, a member of the extended family reached out but wanted to remain anonymous. They provided the following info. And then she says, you know, and then she uses the word allegedly. So either she has a source or it's gossip. Because if you've got a source, she's trying to say, yeah, if she does allegedly. So what it looks like is that, yes, she's taken all that away. She's taken out all of the other stuff that was that she was supposed to take down. I just don't understand how somebody can be so what do I can't read the room. I mean, particularly when you're still dealing with a lawsuit, why wouldn't you be just watch what you say? Mind your P's and Q's, as we say. So let's have a look. Let's have a check out her Facebook, because it looks like at this stage it's all come off her Facebook page as well. So let's have it. We'll just quickly scroll down her Facebook page. Oh yeah, the Duggars throw shade apparently. Yeah, I mean, to have a go at somebody for dirty deleting and pretending it didn't exist is the same person that has had to delete everything without saying that she was wrong. You know, and she received the full incident report for the unattended death of Jim Bob's Duggar's uncle. None of my business. None of the business. No one's business. He's a private citizen. Yeah, so she's taken all of those away. She's removed all of that. So I guess that's one good thing. Oh, here we go. So here, there's something here, and she hasn't deleted the comments here. We'll go to all. It says here, Dion has had enough of YouTuber without a crystal ball. Someone says, no way. I guess she really did not check her sources. Someone says here. I'm surprised that that's still up. Here we go. This is again interesting. Where did the other post about the Jerichos go? She says, stay tuned, more to come. Same, I've been looking for them. Why were all the posts taken down? She replies, without a crystal ball, story is going in a different direction. Stay tuned. Thank you for your answer. So again, she's not said I've had to take it down or I've had my sources. Who is he? I think someone related to Jerichos. I was trying to look back at the post from today about the Jerichos, but it looks like they're gone. From those, I believe this is the dad from the show's brother. That's exactly who he is. I've never watched the show, so was piecing all this together. So apparently these pictures are a relation of the Jerichos. They thought from the Jerichos, but I haven't watched, so I wasn't sure. I don't even know who the Jerichos are. And then it's show on TLC, 14 kids and homeschool. And then someone says TMZ has gotten so dirty. They've always been dirty. The entire network is dirty. We won't let me post the entire. So anyway, and she's limited who can respond. So not everybody. So she's shut down She's limited who can post. It doesn't say who can do it, but it says it's limited by who can post. So she's sort of shut off the comments, but she's saying that it's going in a different direction. Right, so wonder she's not reporting on their garbage man and vet. No one is safe. Well, that is true. So again, there's comments here. There were comments where people had said that she had a cease and desist, and she never acknowledged that. So again, really interesting. I mean, the fact that she's commenting or she's posted something about, I guess, a family member probably means that she's in a little bit of trouble, in my opinion, because it did say the cease and desist said don't talk about anybody from the family. So if that is a relation, as I said, she's gone on to her Pride Month comments because apparently, she's an advocate, but I believe that she again she's been calling out people's sexuality, which I think is so she's got that. Her brother maybe. So, but she's saying that her dogs are lazy, apparently, allegedly. So anyway, that is essentially where we are with that. I haven't seen anything any further about any update on other than what was shared on Twitter, but it sounds like from what Derrico posted earlier that they mean business. They're not going to take it laying down, and they want to protect other people from the slanderous gossip. So it's definitely going to be very and I know reading some of the conversations or what's been shared that it has been stated that it has been recommended to them that they do sue her in Minnesota. So that will be interesting. So I want to just briefly speak about icac and Gladys, because as I said, she was found to be allegedly corrupt, and it's really interesting that because the report came out and said she was seriously corrupt, but not corrupt enough to warrant criminal prosecution yet. Eddie Obeid is currently in jail for being corrupt. So I want to know what's the difference between corrupt, seriously corrupt, and I want to know why. Also, why people are still defending her. Even the current premier, Chris Minns, has defended her and said, she was so good for the state during the pandemic. Hello, Ruby Princess. So, news headlines about corruption watchdog's findings against Gladys Berejiklian this week left many scratching their heads. Berejiklian engaged in serious corrupt conduct but won't be criminally prosecuted. It was scathing of the 45th Premier of the New South Wales. She won't face any criminal charges for her conduct. And this is what is bizarre, because she thought she was above the law. She felt, and in the evidence presented, she felt she was above the law. She didn't think that the code of conduct, she didn't think the code of conduct meant that she had to follow it. So it found the 52-year-old had engaged in serious corrupt conduct by breaching public trust during her time as Treasurer and Premier. Specifically, it found she let her secret personal relationship with former Wagga Wagga MP Daryl Maguire influence funding decisions she oversaw in his electorate between 2016 and 2018. Despite this, it would not seek advice from the Director of Public Prosecutions about charging her for any alleged offences. Apparently, the big difference between the icac and the court of law, if a case against Berejiklian was to go to court, all the evidence heard and collected by icac would be ignored, apparently. This is because she gave her evidence under objection, which means all answers and documents are not admissible. And documents are not admissible in any civil or criminal proceedings. This means starting from scratch, and there's possibility some evidence, including the calls and texts between Berejiklian and Maguire, might not be admissible under the rules of evidence. Further to this, icac is granted very special powers to compel witnesses to answer questions, whereas a court has no authority to force some witnesses into a box. Exactly. Short order cook. And we are talking about millions and millions and millions of taxpayers' dollars here. We're not just talking about, a small amount of money here. This is an accused could resist to give evidence, refuse to cooperate with police, and certain documents would be privileged when previously they weren't. Former Council Assistant icac Jeffrey Watson told the proving misconduct in public office is no easy feat. I guess you're going into that parliamentary privilege issue. They're issued under parliamentary privilege.
They're very strong findings. The factual findings are really very strongly worded, Karina. Highly adverse, obviously mainly against Daryl Maguire. That came as no surprise to me. It seemed as the evidence emerged that, frankly, he had been seriously corrupt. I'm more surprised that icac went so far in respect of Gladys Berejiklian. On the other hand, from my reading of the report, there are really very careful factual findings based upon more than just merely Ms Berejiklian's evidence, which justify the findings which have been made amounting to serious corrupt conduct. And I can tell you, I have been there when this has been debated, and icac does not do this unless the case is clear and the conduct is seriously bad.
So there you go. The conduct had to have been seriously bad, and yet there's nothing that can be done about it. The sole purpose of the accused must be... they were both corrupt. I mean, I want to know, and I actually have the report, which hopefully, if I feel better in a few days, we will go through. Because the problem, hey Vidandra, my issue is that if they're both corrupt, they both should, she was the Premier of the state. Shouldn't she be held to a higher account? For example, if someone approves a grant of money, that could both be in the public interest while also furthering their own political career. Additionally, the jury would have to make a subjective assessment about whether her conduct was sufficiently serious to warrant a criminal sanction. That's a very difficult, because you really don't know what to think about the accused. For the inquiry, icac began looking at Mr Maguire's business dealings, but later brought Berejiklian into its sights, prompting her immediate resignation. That left the state without a leader. So if she's so corrupt, why is icac not doing anything about it? Ally and Shadow Health Minister Matt Keane said. It doesn't make a lot of sense. to people. They spent millions of taxpayers' dollars. They spent an infinite amount of time and resources to tell us that they could have told us 2 years ago. I mean, we didn't need an icac inquiry to be, frankly, to talk about their the corruption, because I'm sure most people would have said that. Mr. Keane agreed Ms. Berejiklian's conduct was corrupt, but said icac had made the situation a circus. So everyone's admitting she was corrupt. So former Federal Treasurer Joe Hockey also questioned the process, calling the watchdog a failure. He said Berejiklian was only guilty of picking a dud. Oh, is that Joe Hockey? I thought that was Bruz. I was going to say, has Bruz gone blonde? But it's not. The opinions are rubbish, according to Mr. Whaley, who is also the chair of the Centre of Public Integrity. ICAC's job is to ferret out corrupt conduct. It's not to prosecute or recommend prosecution for criminal offences. Oh, is there? Yeah, I've just changed my internet. I've come off the NBN because it wasn't very good. And I seem to be able to get better speeds off the normal broadband network. And I got a sizable discount, and because I'm struggling at the moment with stuff, I've decided to take the $20 a month that I can save. Although Miss Berejiklian won't be called before a court, that doesn't diminish. Oh, I've got lots open short order, Cook. Don't you worry about that. A newspaper can now label her as corrupt and be protected from any defamation suit. So calling Berejiklian corrupt, you can't be sued for defamation because it's true. That's a pretty heavy punishment. It's undeniable that she'll have a life after icac, with her new employer Optus standing by her and her supporters urging her to legally challenge the corruption watchdog's findings. While icac will always have its critics, a comment former New South Wales Deputy Premier John Barilaro rang true. icac never asks a question that they don't already know the answer for. Now, I had some intercepted calls, and I have to tell you, it does contain coarse language. It also is pretty cringeworthy as well, I have to tell you. This is Mills and Boons type stuff. You know, this is Mills and Boons type stuff, and as I said, pretty cringy. So let's have a look at what was said. Calls reveal a different side. In some of them, she rages against public servants, belittles her colleagues, discusses taxpayer-funded projects Mr. Maguire backed in his electorate. They reveal the depth of her relationship with Mr. Maguire and her knowledge of his various dealings. Now, she denied that she had any knowledge, but that's not what the call said. This is a key part of the corruption findings. icac found Mr. Maguire engaged in serious corrupt conduct in relation to his own behaviour. 7:30, so this was the ABC 7:30 report, brought all the tapes together. Tapes. So this was interested. In this exchange with Berejiklian, he says Wagga will be the blazing star of the universe. He rails against his own coalition colleagues, complaining about why they get stadiums in their electorates and he doesn't. F them, he says, those other just sit there and look after themselves instead of looking after their electorate, he says. So here we go. You ready? Mills and Boons stuff. Trust me. Oh, no sound. Hang on.
So, as the numbers...
Let's have a listen.
It's got no centre of population. It's in no man's land. So, as the numbers get bigger, Wagga will get smaller. Wagga's going to be the best electorate in the world. Don't worry about that. It'll just get smaller and smaller because we're growing. Keep listening to me, and it'll be like the blazing star of the southern universe, I tell you.
Well, Wagga's just going to be like Sydney.
Correct. That's why we need a stadium. That's why we're Victorian. That's why we need the things that Sydney's got. People should listen to me. You know, they should listen to me. Wagga is the centre of the universe. I've always said it, and it needs the money putting in. I want one of those stadiums. Talking about putting one in Dubbo and somewhere else and somewhere else. Fuck them. Wagga's where it's going to happen. We've got water. We've got everything. Gas, energy, all those things. Those other dumbasses sit there and just look after themselves instead of looking after their electorate. That's why they're fucked. That's why they're fucked. That's why they're fucked. No, she didn't concentrate on her job. That's why she's fucked. And Dubbo too. And now he's going madly to try and fix the problem.
There you go. So icac had evidence that Louise Waterhouse, a wealthy landowner from well-known Sydney family, wanted better road access for her family's land near the new Western Sydney Airport and was contemplating a sale of land to a developer. Mr. Maguire offered to assist. But unknown to Miss Waterhouse, Mr. Maguire had sought to secretly gain a commission from the property deal. The inquiry had the road was never moved and the sale did not go ahead. Maguire gave evidence he'd sought to assist Waterhouse by encouraging her to speak directly with Miss Berejiklian. In his call, Maguire gives Berejiklian a heads up that Miss Waterhouse will be in contact after he gave her the Premier's personal email address. ICAC's final report accepted Waterhouse's evidence, made no adverse findings against her.
I understand. And then... then I had a coffee with Louise Waterhouse.
Oh, yeah. How's she going?
Yeah, good. She's got a big problem. So I took her up to your office and said, here, can you help solve? She's got a lot of property out of Badgerys. And the planning department, right, and RMS and all them are saying, look, you know, we don't want to plan that now. We're too busy worrying about the new housing and all this around Badger Street. And she's saying, but, you know, I need a road. I need an access. Give me an access. I'll develop it myself. I don't need you. Right? And they're resisting. She said, I've been 2 years trying to get this road on. She said, and they just won't do anything. And I said, okay. So I got roads. I got Jock to come down, and I got one bloke from your place there, got them put their heads together and said, look, why can't you fix this? They need to extend the thing 300 metres, right? And there's no change in it. You put 300 metres and she can get on with the job. Honestly, I just... You know, nobody wants to do anything.
There you go. Then you've got, this one was accepted in 2017. He'd planned to travelling to Shanghai on this trip at the same time as Trade Minister was scheduled. So, in this call, Berejiklian tips Maguire off that he's soon to receive a call from her own Chief of Staff. Yeah, she didn't know what was going on, hey? Oh, look, I cut Barilara's... Oh.
Hello.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, Dave, what do you think?
I just got home.
That's good.
Did Sarah ring you from my office?
No way.
Huh?
No way.
Oh, she sent me a text because whenever she has to ring a member of Parliament, she lets me know. Apparently Niall Blair's rung her to say, tell Darryl not to worry, I'm raising the issue on his behalf in China.
Good.
And I said, well, what's that got to do with us? And Sarah said, oh, they want us to tell him so that he doesn't go off his brain in China against all these people because the minister's promised to fix it for him.
No, but the issue is that what they've done is they promised to raise it. They're not going to fix it because ministers can't get involved in individual problems.
Right.
That's the issue. So what they're frightened of is the problem is that he's going to have a round table. So they've invited all these people to shake hands and suck dicks, right? But in the end, they're going to invite Bright Foods, but not the director of Bright Foods.
And they seem to think it's in your electorate. I didn't say anything. I just said, let me know how it goes.
But the issue is that they're going to invite them all, have a round table, yada, yada, yada. It's like, by the way, there's an issue. Can you please take care of it in Womblegao? Well, nothing happened. So what I've said is, well, I'm going anyway. I'll be there the day before. So I'll light a fire. You know, you've got to put these people on toast. Otherwise, they'll do nothing. So she hasn't rung me. And the problem is, they're all that fucking shit scared of me now. And they don't know what I'll do. So whether I'll just go feral or whatever.
I think that's what they're worried about. And
well, fuck 'em. I've been there for 25 years. I've been dealing with China for 30 years.
I know, but it's none of my business. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, and they're petrified that I'm going to interfere. Well, I will. All right, I will, because this is you know, this is people's life's work. Of course, I'll interfere, and I'll look them in the eye and I'll put them on toast, because these bureaucrats don't care. It's not. And
you can calmly tell Sarah exactly what you're telling me.
And I will, and they don't care. What they're doing is they're shaking hands, they're sucking people's dicks, and they're turning up to everything, and they do nothing.
Wowzers.
And in the end, then they'll tell you, oh no, the minister can't raise individual issues. Oh no, that wouldn't be right. Well, who's going to do it? Who's going to do it for Jimmy? Nobody. Absolutely not. Left to his own devices. Right? They can get fucked. And I'll tell her that too. So if they want to solve a problem, they want to resolve an issue, then they better get off their fat asses and make something happen. That's fair enough. Anyway, I've met Xi Jinping. She hasn't.
Well, she only texted me like at 7:30 tonight, so I should probably call you tomorrow.
So that's interesting, where she says it's none of my business. Well, it is her business because it's one of her ministers. So this says, I'm going to kill everybody from now on. They're going to get their... Wow. So Barilaro was the deputy premier at the moment that he made those threats. That's unbelievable. So let's have a look at this. Oh.
He's got no idea of politics, and he's going to cause you problems. Anyway, he's got no idea. They don't read the proposals. They just want to oppose everything and sell it. He needs killing, cut his throat.
Okay.
Who is he?
He's not political. He's
a fool. So they're no good to you. You need them with their antennas up. Danger, Will Robinson. I had a great old discussion with him. Nice fellow. In the end, we all agree that the problem is they see no difference. They don't see the politics, Glad. They'll kill us.
But he doesn't make the decisions, so don't worry.
Yeah, but they give you advice, and everybody panics about it. And the problem you've got is
But I ignore the advice. I don't worry about that. I've got a brain.
But the issue is that the advice they give you, they're unfounded. I said, have you read the proposal? Right? They want to fund institutions for 30. Right? I said, guys. Anyway, I've just given up. I'm just going to kill everybody from now on. They're all going to get their throats cut. I cut Barilaro's staff's throat today.
Good.
About the few. They're gone. Fucking history. They soon got it. And Rodney Taylor soon arced up and then apologised, sort of, oh, hello, Daz. Says you're all over it. Says you are furious with Barilaro's office. They said those people know nothing, right? So all over the place. They've got no idea. You've got big, big problems. And some of the stuff that's going on, I tell you now, Glad, unless you pull them, well, because they're not doing what you want them to do.
Wowzers! This is pretty damning stuff. So the person that we're talking about was his chief of the then Secretary of the Department, Premier Cabinet, and he was replaced 2 months after that. So this is about the close personal relationship that they had. This is damning stuff.
I haven't even sorted it out. I haven't even worked anything out yet. We'll talk about it tonight. Why? What have you got planned?
I don't have anything planned, but I thought I might like to go and meet your parents now that I've got all this out of the way.
Oh, okay.
So,
Nice.
yeah, I thought I'll go and say hello to them, or I thought you can do two things. You can either bring them to the farm for a couple of days and say hello, or we can tee up a day and we'll have a dinner with them and just say this is who I am.
Okay.
There you go. Wow.
Which is good.
Thank goodness for that. Thank God. That means we can actually go places together. Does that
Yeah,
what it means?
I won't have any money, but we'll be more flexible. It's true. I won't have any money unless I can pull these deals off, which I'm working on.
But Hawkeye, the thing is, all you need to do is, we don't need money. I support myself. Always have, always will. And you just need to do whatever you need, you know, for yourself and your kids.
Yeah, the dripping around and stuff.
Huh?
I said, if you talk dripping around and stuff, it's expensive. Anyway, just hold on a second.
You just need to stay healthy so we enjoy it.
Morning. How are you? Just going in the loading dock in the thing. All right, well.
Hawkeye, did you hear my last thing and what I said?
No.
You need to stay healthy so that we enjoy all our time, our trips and everything.
Well, I'm healthy. Really healthy. Those blokes can't get over how healthy I am. That are working on the farm. On the farm. I outwork them. They can't believe it. Anyway.
Good. All righty. Take care. See ya.
All right. See ya. Bye.
Now you got to remember he was married. He was married at this time too. This was so she told the so she was denying that she had knowledge of any of his stuff.
Coming home.
All right.
Oops.
I got to get it making money. Anyway, you didn't ask me how much money I got back.
Because you'd swear at me.
No, I wouldn't swear at you. It's only when you want me to spend money that I swear.
No, you told me not to ask you anything about money, so I won't ask you anything.
No, money as in when to do with other stuff.
Well, I can't tell what I can and can't ask you, so I can't work out your head what's okay and what's not to ask you.
True. Anyway, put it this way, I won't starve for this year.
Yeah, but then tomorrow you'll be telling me how poor you are.
Glad I'm poor.
Yeah, you always say that.
But it's true in this case. Anyway, it was all good. So
I'm glad. You've worked it all out. You're not stressed. That's good news.
Where are you?
Just in the office.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to call you back. I've got to one.
All right, have fun. I'm driving for 2 hours.
All righty, I'll talk to you later. See ya.
See ya. Bye.
Ha. All right. So
did you get an email from Louise Waterhouse?
Nope.
You will. She'll send you an email. She's really pissed off now. So, about the airport. They're all passing the buck. So RMS is saying, no, it's the federal government's plan and we have to deliver on it. Federal government's saying, no, RMS are in charge of the road. She's going around in circles. And I said, this is something typical of our government with that Brad Cromley in charge. He caused all this problem, bureaucrats passing the buck. Right. Same out at Camellia too.
Okay, so
same out at Camellia.
I've got to go. See you, bye.
Bye.
all right. So this is really bizarre stuff. So we're nearly there, I think, and then I'll have to go. I need to go watch the rest of the cricket.
Come and see me today.
I can't stand that guy. His head will be gone soon.
Not until he fixes my conservatorium.
Yeah, okay.
Come to do it.
All right, good. Tell him to fix it, and then after he fixes it, I'm sacking him.
Who was that? All right, here's another one.
No, I'm just trying to let you think about what you need to do and all that stuff. That's all.
Well, that's what Margaret said today. I said, well, you know, I'm doing nothing till the end of the year. So I just want to see how this boy goes and whether I can get these things over the line. That's why I was late for the things. I was working. I've got a meeting tomorrow morning with Joe and those guys. Try and tie that up. I'm working bloody hard. Because Con's garden's fucking fallen through, and Jimmy's, we got his over the line. It's good. I can't not go to nothing. I have to go to something. There's no future doing things for the New South Wales government.
Look, this is, and I understand that, but this is the other thing that I'm thinking, right? That I need you to process in your head what you want to do, right? But I also need to come to the realisation that it's not got anything to do with me. So
Correct.
Right, but that's a bigger picture bigger issue that I need to think about.
I just got to sort out. I've just got to sort out, you know, with these kids and stuff, what's going to happen. That's all I'm worried about.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm giving you space. I'm trying not to stress you.
I'm
trying to support you, not stress you.
In the meantime, I'm working to make the farm pay. I'm working to try and get things over the line. I'm doing all that because I don't want to stay. I want to go. No? But if they push me into a corner, then you know, I'll have no choice. I don't want to be pushed into a corner. That's why I'm working hard. That's why I went to the meeting. That's why I was late. I've got tomorrow morning with other people. That's why I'm having lunch with people.
You don't need to explain to me.
I'm working.
I get that. I'm just trying to process things myself in my own head. That's all. You've got to think about your stuff. I've got to think about my stuff. That's all.
Well, I'm working on that. I'm going to bed. See you later.
Okay, bye.
Okay. So he mentions his wife there too. So this is her saying she doesn't need to know.
A request from Sonido as well. They're owed $20 million by Norsk, and they want to be bidders on the. They want to be bidders because they've got to get their money back, and but they need trees, and they can't survive without them. So nobody will invest because you can't get the raw materials. So you know you'll have jobs go down in Albury too. Anyway, so we're working on that. Apart from that, things are good. I introduced my little friend to them, and they were talking when I left them. Yes. You know my little friend?
Not really. Don't worry.
You do.
I don't need to know. Which little friend are you talking about?
With the polished head. And so he was down there. I introduced him, which was good. You don't need to know what for, but it's good. They're all frustrated with planning. Absolutely frustrated. Still no decisions.
Okay, and then...
So you're going to get a request from Sonido as well. They're owed $20 million.
That's
so
right, we've
you're
done
going to
that
get a
one.
meeting from...
Okay, sorry, you can see there's a cat behind me. Then with this one...
Concentrating on my money projects.
Good. It helps me too. Good.
What do you mean, money projects?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Which money projects are you talking about?
About getting more money for Wagga.
Yeah. The more you do that, the more easily we'll win the seat.
Yeah, I know, but gee, it's hard. It's hard. When we stick roadblocks in the way, 25% contribution.
I know, but you still are getting everything. Yeah, we ticked off your conservatorium the other day, so that's a done deal now.
Yeah, but that's the building and 10 million, not the rest of it, not the next.
Oh my God, heaven help us, seriously.
But it's 2 stages.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
So anyway, that's all right. They'll all be happy with that.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. All right.
Did you get my message? I went down to Treasury.
I couldn't understand it.
I went down to Treasury and said, now look, how's things coming along? How's my hospital? Oh, I said, am I getting my 170 million? Oh, it's not a line item. And he wouldn't sort of tell me. And then I said, well, what am I getting? And he said, oh, you're getting some money for graffiti, and that's 100,000 to put another van on the fucking road. I said, what about Tumut Hospital? Oh, he said, not in this budget. So what about the new school? No. Right? I said, what about the base hospital? I said, no money to, I said, we're about to start building. Oh, I still have to get back to you.
Oh,
I said,
okay.
I said, no money for Wagga, you'll have a fucking right on your hands. I said, your uncle will tear you to pieces. I'll handle him. And I said, well, you know, you better not be joking. You better not be joking, because that's 2 years in a row we've had no money, and they're ready to go to tender in January. I said to Brad, before, I said, are we getting money or not? He said, oh, no, I haven't seen it. I don't know, it's up to Treasury. I said, well, you better fucking make sure Wagga's got money, otherwise there's going to be a right on your hands.
I'll deal with it.
Right.
I'll fix it.
Solidarity these people, honest to Christ.
I'll fix it.
Well, you can imagine what would happen if there was no money for Wagga and we're ready to go to tender.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And Tumut, not a dollar, but mind you, we haven't finished the planning, but, you know, still and all, there's no money for it, and there's no money for the new school in Estella. I'm going to have a fucking terrible time with the election. Just a terrible time.
So there you go. Then we've gone, there's no captions with this one, and then I think this is, they're talking about icac here.
Well, I've already got you the Wagga Hospital.
But they should have done it.
I know. I
Why
just
did they?
Dom.
Why
I
did
just spoke to Dom and I said, just put the 140 in the budget. He goes, no worries. He just does what I ask him to. It's all fine.
But it's meant to be 170.
Whatever it is, 170. I said, I think it's around 140. I said, just put it in. He's putting it in, whatever it is. Okay?
I mean, that would cause, we would lose Wagga. We would fucking will lose. And we would lose. I tell you now, they would campaign like you wouldn't believe, and we'd have nothing to defend ourselves with a hole in the ground. I can't believe they didn't even do it. That idiot I spoke to, his nephew.
Well,
what is wrong with these people?
To be honest, it's Brad's fault for not being on top of who needs what, okay?
Well, I said to Brad, I've been to them. They asked me for the list. He said, what's your list?
Please not get yourself worked up again, because all you do is shout at me sometimes, Hawkes. You already told me. I got it, okay?
I'm an excitable person, that's all.
Yes, I know.
And they had nothing for Tumut. You know, fuck me dead. We've amalgamated them. We've got the Tumut bonfire, the Tumbarumba bonfire going. I've got all those goddamn issues happening. Goddamn rail trails that Greg's created. He's got this fucking bushfire happening in Tumbarumba, and then they say, oh, there's no money for Tumut Hospital. Hello, guys. This is the key to win the goddamn vote up there, to have them not turn against us. I can't believe they left Wagga Hospital off there. What is wrong with them?
I've just fixed that one. I can't fix everything else, but I've got that one on for you.
Yeah, but what's wrong with them? I mean, the problem is, anyway, they've got to give something for Tumut, or at least some excuse for Tumut, because we're going into an election with no money for a new hospital. Nothing. Not even, planning money. They give them $500,000 for planning, something to keep them all occupied. Put a line on it, because it all comes out of consolidated revenue for the health budget. They need to put a line item that says further planning acquisition for Tumut Hospital, $5 million, $2 million, doesn't matter. And the same as the fucking school. $1 million to continue planning, anything, and leave it off. You go tell them at Wagga Hospital, or you go tell them at Tumut.
Yeah, you don't need to give me that rubbish. We're giving Wagga more money than ever before.
But you go and tell them at Tumut. But I'm looking to winning seasons into the future. I need to set it up so it's right.
Correct.
Correct.
And I need you to do that.
Well, you just need to listen to me.
I just got you the 170 mil.
Good.
But you know what? Some of our members now think they need to get everything on their wish list, right? Things, so long as we give people enough to keep going, and if you add up all the things in your electorate, you can't tell me you've been hard done by.
It's not a case of being hard done by. It's a case of setting the stage. Setting the
Wow.
stage. And it may not be the entire amount for things, but so long as it's continuation.
Correct, so long as there's progress and people know that things are moving.
Anyway, you need to find at least $500,000 or $1 million to keep TUMIT planning going, just to have a line item, and you know, 500,000.
Can you text Brad? Can you stress and text Brad? Because I've now got you the 170 million in 5 minutes. You can at least get a few $100,000 from Brad. Just keep texting him. If you keep bothering him, he'll fix it. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah, I'll go
You can't
see
have
Lee,
me
she'll
fight.
fix it.
You can't have me fixing all the problems all the time.
I tell you what, if you went to the budget without Wagga on that,
Yeah, I just fixed it. Okay?
Okay,
It's done.
I
all right?
can't believe that was the top of my list and they ignored me.
Well, luckily.
Why did they do that?
Because they're silly sometimes.
Why did they do that?
Because they're so busy getting caught up with so-called PC.
Ask the question.
No.
What did I get? $100,000 for some fucking graffiti removal program?
And 170 million for the hospital. So
No, but I didn't get that before.
Well, you've got it now.
Good.
Right.
I'm
Well,
very appreciative.
wow. Hey, this is bizarre stuff. Anyway, so hopefully we're nearly finished. This is unbelievable stuff. Oops. Oh, this is a 35-minute phone call. I'm not going to listen to that one. She took him at his word. Yeah, that one's a long one. I'm not listening to that one. They're painful. But he eventually resigned. I mean, once he got caught out. This one's a minute, so let's have a look at that one.
You don't see it. You don't see it. I don't want to argue with you. I just need to go and chill because you've stressed me
All right,
out.
I'll go and chill. You just throw money at Wagga.
I'll throw money at Wagga. Don't you worry about that.
Just listen to me.
Lots of it. All right, and I'll throw money at Wagga. You just have to do what's right from your end. Otherwise, you'll kill me.
No, it's fine. I'm batting for you. You just need to know what the right things are to throw money at Wagga. And you need,
I already know. You've already told me the 3 top things.
and you need to and go and give them a stadium. Give them a
I'll do that.
I'll do that
too. I'll do that too. Don't worry.
Well, the bureaucrats knocked it all out.
Yes, yes, but I can overrule them anyway.
Okay, and that, my friends, are the end. That was unbelievable. If you made it through all of that, thank you. Look, I'm going to have to go now, but that is, I'm still don't understand how or why. So he has they've recommended charges against him, but not her. But clearly, from what we've seen, she's been involved in a lot of the way, and she tried to say, don't tell me. But at the end of the day, she's the premier, and I think she needs to be held for an account. But anyway, thank you for joining me tonight. Please make sure you hit like and subscribe. Hopefully I'll do some more videos. I'm hoping I can get rid of this headache and sort out the rest of the issues that I've got. And I will catch you again next time. Thank you for joining me, and bye for now.